8 things to ensure your Antarctica experience more memorable. 1. Research tour operators. Start by researching tour operators that offer trips to Antarctica. Look for operators that have a good reputation in Antarctica, follow sustainable practices, and offer trips that match your interests and budget. 2. Choose your itinerary. There are different types of trips to Antarctica, including cruises, fly and sail trips, and land-based expeditions. Choose an itinerary that fits your preferences and expectations. 3. Obtain necessary travel documents. You will need a passport with at least 6 months of validity, and possibly a visa, depending on your nationality and the country from which you depart. 4. Prepare for the extreme environment. Antarctica is a harsh environment, unpredictable weather, and you will need to pack appropriate gear and clothing. Consult with your tour operator or travel agent for a detailed list of recommended items. 5. Consider your physical fitness. Some trips require a good level of physical fitness, particularly if you plan to engage in outdoor activities such as hiking, kayaking, or camping. Check with your tour operator to see if there are any physical requirements for the trip. 6. Get travel insurance. Travel insurance is essential for any trip, but particularly for a trip to Antarctica. Make sure your policy covers medical emergencies, evacuation, and trip cancellations. 7. Follow guidelines for responsible travel. Antarctica is a fragile ecosystem, and it is important to follow guidelines for responsible travel to minimize your impact on the environment. Check our video about going ashore in Antarctica IAATO briefing film. 8. Learn about Antarctica. Read, watch. Wildlife, landscape, climate, history, expeditions. And speak to someone traveled to Antarctica or Darmajan Patari before you finalizing the plans. Overall, planning a trip to Antarctica requires careful research, preparation, and attention to detail with right mentorship. Be sure to work with reputable tour operators and travel agents who have experience in organizing trips to this unique destination. Researching tour operators for an Antarctica trip can be a daunting task, but with a few tips and tricks, you can narrow down your options and find the right tour operator for you. Here are some steps to follow. Determine your budget. Antarctica trips can be expensive, so it's important to determine how much you can afford to spend on your trip. Research online. Start by researching tour operators online. Look at their websites, read reviews on travel forums, and check out their social media pages. This will give you a sense of what they offer and what their customers think of them. Check for certification. Look for tour operators that are certified by the International Association of Antarctica Tour Operators, IAATO. This organization is committed to promoting safe and environmentally responsible travel to Antarctica. Consider itinerary and activities. Look at the itineraries offered by different tour operators and consider the activities they offer. Do they offer the activities you are interested in? Do their itineraries match your preferences? Look for experienced operators. Consider the experience and expertise of the tour operators. Look for operators that have been in business for several years and have a good track record of delivering safe and enjoyable trips. Check for safety and emergency protocols. Antarctica is a remote and challenging environment, so it's important to choose a tour operator with strong safety and emergency protocols. Compare prices. Once you have a shortlist of potential tour operators, compare their prices and inclusions. Make sure you are comparing apples to apples and consider any additional costs such as flights, gear rentals, or insurance. Consult with travel agents. If you are still unsure about which tour operator to choose, consider consulting with a travel agent who specializes in Antarctica trips. They can provide personalized advice and recommendations based on your preferences and budget. Here are some tips on how to choose your itinerary for an Antarctica trip. Size of the ship. Consider the number of passengers. The size of the ship depends on the number of passengers you are traveling with. If you are going with a large group, choose a bigger ship that can accommodate everyone comfortably. Look for a ship with ice-strengthened hull. Antarctica is known for its icy waters, so it's important to choose a ship that has an ice-strengthened hull. This will ensure that the ship can handle the ice and keep you safe during the trip. Choose a ship with a Zodiac fleet. A Zodiac is a small inflatable boat that is commonly used for exploring Antarctica. If you want to explore the region's remote areas and get closer to wildlife, choose a ship that has a fleet of Zodiacs. Check the amenities on board. While you will be spending most of your time exploring Antarctica, it's important to have a comfortable stay on board the ship. Look for a ship that has amenities like a restaurant, lounge, and comfortable cabins. Duration of the trip. Decide how long you want to stay in Antarctica. Trips can range from a few days to several weeks, and the longer the trip, the more you can see. Activities. Choose the activities you want to participate in. Antarctica offers various activities such as kayaking, ice climbing, wildlife spotting, and photography. Location. Determine which part of Antarctica you want to explore. Some trips focus on the Antarctic Peninsula, while others visit South Georgia Island and/or the Falkland Islands. Time of year. Decide when you want to travel. The summer months of December to February offer the best weather and wildlife sightings. Set a budget and find a trip that fits your budget. Antarctic trips can range from budget to luxury, and the price will depend on the length of the trip, activities, and level of accommodation. Research different tour operators and read reviews from previous travelers. Look for operators that have experience and expertise in Antarctic travel. Finally, consider your personal preferences and what you want to get out of the trip. Do you want a more adventurous trip or a more relaxed one? Do you want to see specific wildlife or landscapes? Make sure your itinerary aligns with your personal interests and goals. If you could not find right information online, nearly impossible, send us a comment. As said earlier, planning a trip to Antarctica requires careful research, preparation, and attention to detail with right mentorship. Be sure to choose right season, work with reputable tour operators, travel agents and ship who have experience in organizing trips to this unique destination. Happy voyage, see you in Antarctica. Until next time, safe travels.